Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. So for us to discuss about the material requirement planning, let us all welcome Madam Kamba. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello po, good morning po. So good morning to our energetic professor, Doc Melo, and to my dear classmates, a good morning po sa inyong lahat. So to begin with my report, so I am about to discuss the material requirement planning. So start with my report po. So we are all aware naman po that in everything that we do, we want to do, so planning is there. So in order for us to achieve our certain goals, we do or we made a concrete plan. So with regards to my report, this planning will focus on the material requirement, which will affect the inventory of a business or of a company. So, to start, ano nga po ba yung MRP or what we call the material requirement planning? So material requirement planning is a computerized inventory control. It is also a production planning system, a management information system, and a manufacturing control system. So MRP is the most comprehensive approach to manufacturing inventory and other dependents which demand an efficient inventory management system. So also, MRP system determines item by item what is to be processed and when. So also as well as what is to be manufactured when. So this is based on order priorities and available capacities. So also, material requirement planning is a computer-based inventory management system which is designed to improve productivity for businesses. So companies use material requirements planning system to estimate quantities of raw materials and schedule of their deliveries. So ang next question po dito is when to use the MRP. So when to use ba ang MRP natin? So it is used in a job shop production. So what is a job shop production? So it is a type of manufacturing process in which small batches of a variety of custom products are made. In the job shop process flow, most of the products produced require a unit setup and sequencing of process steps. So second, MRP is to be used in a complex products. So what is a complex products? It is a group of simple products such as menu, package, and so on. So the example for this is a beverage. It is a simple product that can be the part of the complex product such as a menu. So another example for the complex product is an audiovisual projector. So this includes a simple product such as the extension, cord, the lens cap, and the so on. So the third one is the assembly to order environments. So short term for this is the ATO. Business production strategy where products that are ordered by customers are produced quickly and are customizable to a certain extent. So once an order is received, the parts are assembled quickly and the final product is sent to the customer. So the fourth one is the discrete and dependent demand items. So generally, dependent demand items refers to the item whose demand is required by the one-by-one calculation based on the independent demand items such as the products and service parts. It includes also the assemblies, the sub-assemblies, the process parts, the purchase part, and the raw materials. So, what can MRP do? So, madami pong nagagawa ang MRP. So, it reduces inventory levels, reduce component shortages, improve shipping performance, improve customer service, improve productivity, simplify and accurate scheduling, reduce purchasing costs, improve production schedules, reduce manufacturing costs, reduce lead times, So less scrap and rework. So also with a higher production quality. So it also improved the communication, improve the plant efficiency, reduce freight cost, reduction in excess inventory, so reduce overtime also, improve supply schedules, improve calculation of material requirements, and also it improves the competitive position. So there are three basic steps of MRP. So what are those steps? So the first one is identifying requirements. The second one is the running MRP or the creating and the suggestions. And the third one is the firming the suggestions. So I have here an overview of the MRP system. So kung mapapansin nyo po sa taas, meron tayo dyan, yung pong nasa taas kasi is the MRP inputs. Included dyan is the product structure file, the product production, the master production schedule, the inventory master file, and then also at the center is the MRP or the what we call the material requirement planning. So yung nasa bottom naman, ito po yung tinatawag nating MRP outputs. So included po dyan yung manufacturing orders, the purchase orders, and the various reports. So I have said earlier, meron po tayong based po sa aking illustration, meron po tayong yung sa top part ay may inputs po tayo. So isa-isahin po natin ngayon kung ano ba yung mga inputs na yon. So the inputs is, the first input is the product structure file. So the product structure file is hierarchical decomposition of a product typically known as the bill of materials. Na-discuss po siya, natakal siya kanina po doon sa ating case study ni Sir. So the bill of materials, which is called as a BOM. For manufacturers, a bill of materials or the BOM is a critical product information record that lists the raw materials assemblies, components, parts, and the quantities of each needed to manufacture a product. So, meron po ako ditong illustration or example of the bill of materials. So, the given example here is the bicycle. So, before we compute for the total bill of materials, we must first calculate the whole parts of the said product. So, from this case po, bicycle lang ginamit niya. So, para po makuha natin yung total product o total bill of materials, kailangan natin i-compute yung handlebars, the frame assembly, the wheels, and the frame. So, after computing the particular parts, pwede na po tayong magbigay o mag-proceed dun sa pagbuo ng bill of materials. So, the second inputs is the master production schedule. So, master production schedule is a schedule of finished products. It also represents production, not the demand. It also the combination of the customer's orders and demand forecast and the what needs to be produced. So, MPS, short for the master production schedule, is the translating of a business plan into a comprehensive product manufacturing schedule that covers what is to be assembled or made, when, with what materials required when, and the cash required. So, tatandaan po natin, MPS is a key component of material requirement component, planning. So, siya po ay ang key component of material requirement planning. So, the next one po, na output, na inputs pala po, sorry, is the inventory master file. So, ang composition po niya is yung on-hand quantities. So, also the on-order quantities, the lot sizes, the safety stock, the lead time, and the past usage figures. So, the master file is intended to provide tax administration with an overview of the economic, legal, financial, and tax arrangement within a multinational enterprise or the what we call the M&E. So it also gives them a blueprint of the operations of that particular M&E. So it helps them assess the transfer of pricing position. So meron po ako ditong MRP process. So from MRP, this illustration, makikita po na natin sa MRP process na included po dyan yung gross requirements, the scheduled receipts, projected on hand, so the net requirements, the planned order receipts. So syempre kung meron po tayong planned order receipts, meron din po tayong planned order releases. So magagamit po natin mamaya itong matrix na ito. Ano po? Ipapaliwanag ko lang po muna kung para saan po ba ito. So under MRP process, meron po tayong ginagamit na mga techniques dyan. So meron tayong tinatawag na lot sizing technique. So meron po tayong tatlo. So ang first one po is lot for lot. The second one is the economic order quantity or the EOQ. And the part period balancing or the PPB. So what is a lot for lot? So a lot for lot, it is an order just what is required for production based on the net requirements. So kung ano lang daw po yung in order, yun lang yung imimit, parang ganun po. Ano po? So may not always be feasible. The lot for lot is may not always be feasible. So if set up costs are high, it can be expensive din po ang lot for lot. So the second one naman po na lot sizing techniques is the EOQ or the economic order quantity. So ito naman po is expect unknown constant demand, and MRP system often deal with unknown and variable demand. So yun po yung pangalawang lot sizing technique. So the third one is the part period balancing or the PPB. It looks at future order to determine most economic lot size. So kung mapapansin po natin yung pong una, yung lot for lot, kung ano lang po yung required. Ito naman po is nakatingin tayo sa future order. So the economic part period, meron po ditong formula. So set up cost divide the holding cost. So actually po, meron po ako sanang i-play na video para po dito sa paliwanag. Kaya lang po is medyo mahaba siya. Gusto ko sana pong i-share sa inyo para po makita ninyo yung tawag dito, yung computation po for lot, the economic order quantity, and the part period balancing. 30 minutes lang po kasi siya kaya hindi ko na po siya sinama dito. So siguro po ay pag po kaya, isasend ko na lang po dito sa ating group.
FB group, yes.
Kaya lang po titinan ko po Dok kung kaya. Kasi doon po ay gagamitin po yung matrix na pinakita ko kanina. Medyo siya po ay masalimuot kaya po hindi ko na siya ni-reverse ng as for my word para po mas maganda yung paliwanag doon sa YouTube na nakita ko eh. Send ko na lang po pag kaya. Pag hindi naman po ay sa mga email nyo na lang po. Mahihingi na lang po ako ng email nyo. Sige po. So let me proceed at the differentiation between MRP1, the MRP2, and the ERP. So what is MRP1? So MRP1 is the material requirement planning. So MRP2 naman po is the manufacturing resource planning, and ERP is the enterprise resource planning. So ano po ang pagkakaiba or the difference between MRP1, MRP2, and ERP? So ERP po is, unahin ko po yung ERP ha, Enterprise Resource Planning. It is an extended version of MRP2. But it is a lot more comprehensive as it includes all core business functions and processes, including the manufacturing operations. So it is different from MRP2 and MRP because it offers the real-time visibility, insights, and collaboration. So sa ERP po, in short term, parang siya po ang kinocompute niya po is lahat. From the material itself, kunyari po, manufacturing po yung product ninyo, kasama po doon yung raw materials, yung pong mga parts, yung mga assembly, pati siguro kasama po ang labor cost. And the financial and operation po nung isang company. Parang nasa ano po siya, kabuuan po siya. So MRP naman po is a computer-based information system for ordering and scheduling of dependent demand inventories. So included po dun is the what to order, when to order, and how much to order. So in short naman po, the MRP1, ito po yung kunyari ang product natin is like what I've said kanina, yung bicycle, yun po yung MRP natin. So kukumputin po natin kung ano po yung total amount noong bicycle itself. So ang MRP2 naman po, it is a computer-based system that can create detailed production schedule using real-time data to coordinate the arrival of component materials with machine and labor availability. So MRP2 is used widely by itself, but it's also used as a module of more extensive enterprise resource planning system. So sa MRP2 po, may mga included na po dito na mga raw materials. Kasama na rin po dyan yung labor cost. Kunyari po ang product natin is yung, kagaya po sa San Miguel, ang product po kunyari natin is yung mismong, yung beverages nila na yun. So kukumpitin po natin yung lahat ng raw materials and also the production po, kung magkano po yung lahat, para po mag-come up tayo sa bill of materials. So in a short din po, yung pong ERP is defined as the ability to deliver an integrated suite of business application. ERP tools share a common process and data model, the covering broad and deep operational end-to-end process, such as those found in finance, HR, distribution, manufacturing, service, and the supply chain. So yun po yung ERP. So may mga terms po ako na nabanggit kanina. So i-define po natin siya. Ano po? So item po, it is the name or number for the item being scheduled. Meron din po tayong low level code. So the lowest level of the item on the product structure. So yung lot size po na tinatawag natin, ito po yung order, multiples of quantity. So the lead time, it is the time from when an order is placed to when it is received. So yung PD po, medyo familiar tayo dito. Lalo po yung mga accounting, yung pong past due or the time bucket orders behind the schedule. So the next one po is yung gross requirements. So meron po tayo, ang gross requirements daw po is demand for an item by time period. So meron po tayong mga scheduled receipts, material already ordered. So yung project on hand naman po is expected ending inventory. Also, the net requirements is the number of items to be provided and when. So the planned order receipts naman po is the net requirements adjusted for lot size. And also the planned order releases, ito naman po yung orders receipt offset for the lead times. So dito nga po sa example kanina, naalala nyo po yung aking illustration, ito din po yun, yung MRP process. Dito po natin gagamitin yung mga lot sizing techniques. So ito po, overview ko lang po. Ito pong nasa taas, ito yung weeks. Iaalat natin dito sa process na to kung by the first week ba, ilan ba dapat yung ating na-produce na inventory. So yun po ay depende, may mga computation po doon, depende po doon sa lot sizing techniques na gagamitin natin. And yung tatlo pong ginagamit na lot sizing techniques, pipili po tayo doon ng kung ano yung mas appropriate doon sa ating product. So ganito po ang mangyayari doon, ganito po yung illustration doon. So kung ilan po yung gross requirements, ito po yung gross requirements sa product. For the first week, may 10, sa second week, 15, by the third week, 25, and so on. Ano po? So kagaya nga po na nabanggit ko kanina, sasend ko na lang po yung video. So meron po tayong inputs to the production plan. So ang composition po niya is the aggregate production plan. So siya po ay binubuo ng finance cash flow, the human resource manpower planning, the engineering design completion, the management return on investment capital, the procurement supplier performance, production capacity inventory, the marketing customer demand. So yun po ang composition ng aggregate production planning. So meron po tayong planning process. Ito po ay ang mga sumusunod. So sa production plan po, meron po tayong the master production schedule. So proceed po tayo after that sa material requirements plan. And after that, the capacity requirement plan. So from this po, sa ating process, aalamin po natin kung siya ay realistic. Siyempre kung siya ay hindi realistic, so no, balik po tayo doon sa unang process na material requirement plan. And then kung siya naman po ay realistic or yes yung sagot natin, isusunod na po natin doon to execute the capacity plans and then also to execute the material plans. So yun po yung kabuuan ng material planning process. Hanggat hindi po siya nag-yes, tayo magpo-proceed sa mga kasunod. Ano po? So let us proceed with the MRP outputs. So there are 3 outputs: the manufacturing orders, the purchasing orders, and the various reports. So manufacturing orders, it is an order required to manufacture items and is classified into internal order. So ang internal order po is ito po yung to be manufactured by the company itself. Tapos yung subcontract order naman po, ito po yung to be manufactured by the subcontractors. So the manufacturing order is prepared as manufacturing instruction also. So the second output po is the purchasing order. So a purchase order is a contract between the buyer and the seller, and it gives specific information like product or service to be delivered, delivery date, and any other terms and conditions, including the price. So the short term for the purchase order is what we call the PO. So tayo naman po ay medyo familiar with it comes to PO kasi pag tayo nagsusupply o bibili ng certain supply sa ating mga supplier, so nakaka-encounter po tayo ng mga ganito ng PO. So the third output is the various report. So included po siguro dyan yung mga FS, the financial documents, na magiging na po nating basihan sa mga susunod nating planning, and also sa ating mga kung ano ba yung nangyari, ito yung magiging ating basihan, yung mga various reports pong ito. So may example po dito, si Havel Lightning case. So si Havel Lightning case po, siya po ay distributor ng mga wiring devices. Siya po ay na-establish noong 1992. So siya po ay ginamit ko ngayong example kasi siya po ay nakita ko sa libro na sinasabi wala pa siyang ginagawang, hindi pa siya nag-i-implement ng MRP. So nung hindi pa po siya nagkakaroon ng, hindi pa niya ini-implement yung MRP, requirement planning, siya lang po ay kilala siya bilang manufacturers ng industrial lighting product. Meron naman pong good quality products, kaya lang po poor at meeting due dates. Ito po yung problema niya. Pero siya naman po ay nakaka-work specified for each customer. So siya naman po ay may job shop environment din at may complex products. Pero after po nung implementation ni Havel Lightning, siya po ay before po meron siyang 75% ng orders niya ang nako-complete niya on time. Pero after po ng implementation ni MRP, so not bad, nag 97% na po yung orders completed on time. So meron po tayo syempre laging sabi nga hindi naman perfect, so meron tayong 2% na orders completed within 1 to 2 days after due date. Pero hindi naman po masama kasi medyo maliit naman yung time frame na medyo hindi niya na-meet yung requirements. So ito po yung example sa nakita ko pag-research ko dun sa before and after the implementation of MRP. To sum up my report, the MRP is a computerized inventory control production planning system that schedules component items as needed, which will track the inventory and help you in many other aspects of the business. So sabi nga po, ang number 1 kasing bida sa ating business, especially po kung tayo merchandising o manufacturing company, ay yung ating inventory. So ito pong MRP ay makakatulong para matrack lahat yung ating inventory. At the same time, hindi tayo mawalan ng inventory. Like what happened during the case na nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic, na nagkaroon ng mga hoarding of inventories kasi tinake advantage na ng ibang supplier, or maybe hindi masyadong nakaplano kasi nga ito naman ang pandemic ay hindi ganun natin in-expect. So material requirement planning as a total to summarize my report is a very important ways on how to plan your inventory. So that's all po. Thank you and have a nice day po.
Okay, thank you very much for a comprehensive discussions about the topic.